Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing and first look at the Inkee Ironbee wireless remote shooting grip. Now, if you follow my channel and you're into photography, then you already know all about Sony and their Bluetooth grip that they introduced a while back. Expensive, it is plastic, 150 US, but if you plan on using something like this, it is a fantastic accessory, especially for a camera like the ZV-1, which I predominantly use it with. I also have the new Comica shotgun mic on there. But the Ironbee wants to essentially challenge this product and make it universal for both Sony and Canon users. So this was sent over for review purposes, $100. And again, it will work with both Sony and Canon because unlike this pairing natively with a Sony camera, which you have to go into the menu to do, this is going to use a universal micro USB based receiver. So paperwork out of the way, there is the grip itself. You can see we've got a USB cable in there as well. And this, I think, is going to be a good alternative for Canon users that don't have anything like this and Sony users alike, because this does have a little bit more in the way of features. So one of the cool things about this is that it is rechargeable, Type-C port right there, and Inkee is claiming 80 hours of use. So this, on the other hand, requires an old school, Duracell battery. This is a Type-C, I can't remember the exact, if it's a C249 or whatever it's like the type, it's basically similar to what you'd put in a car key. So this one is the CR2032. So here we have a rechargeable lithium built in, and then the extra special part is that the actual control for zoom, still, video capture, and the customizable, the C1 button, can actually separate from the stand. It does use Allen keys for tightening in different positions, and you do have this control right here that allows this to turn. And that it's pretty straightforward. This is a little miniature tripod, just like the Sony, but all metal construction, which definitely, except for the remote is plastic, but all metal construction, so it feels fairly good. Not sure how I feel about this rubber or silicone band that holds the remote in place, but still good to see some form of competition for this, which, well, nothing else exists. So Type-C to Type-A USB cable, obviously for charging, and then we've got the actual receiver that you're going to plug into your Sony or Canon camera. And again, what is unique here is also that 6-pound payload capacity. You don't expect that. I know I really tested this thing out when it first launched with all of the cameras I have, and I definitely went beyond its payload, no question, but this is actually rated at 6 pounds. Now, the Sony, on the other hand, is really just designed for cameras like the ZV-1 and the RX100 line. Sony does not intend for you to use anything else. And then we have that Allen key for tightening basically the different joints that you have there. So let's go ahead and first thing, just to test this out, because it is plug and play. That is part of the beauty of this device, if it works as advertised, is that we're just going to take the receiver. So, it's not completely wireless, but it still is wireless because you're not actually dealing with any cables, but this will stick out, if I can get it in there, and powered on the camera. So that is a good sign, in my opinion. And now I should be able to just thread this in. Let's see if I have the orientation correct, and I do. And we're in business. So now let's just make sure that it actually works, okay? So back to grip mode. There is an on-off switch here. It's on. You see the blue lights blinking. The receiver is in. And I'm going to open this up. We have a subject. Try to make it so you can see clearly. And let's just see if this is working or not. So right now, it does not appear to be zooming in or out. Let's see what's going on. Maybe it's not seated properly. And, you know, it looks like that might be it. Let me go ahead and remove that cable. There we go. It wasn't seated properly. So this is already lesson number one, is that, you know, the headroom has to be there. Now we've got it. So connection wasn't good because it wasn't all the way in. It didn't look right, quite frankly. Insert your jokes there. But now, plug and play is exactly what you would expect. It is working. So, of course, I'm in movie mode, so I was just trying to see if I could pull focus with this thing, but apparently I cannot. I don't have an SD card in here, but I think it's fairly safe to assume that if it's controlling you know, the zoom function on the camera, we're not going to have a problem with still or record. So there you have it. Again, the Inkee Ironbee wireless grip that is for both Sony and Canon cameras alike. $50 less, a little bit more utility, no question, with the removable control. So I think it's just good to have options. You know, if you want the Sony, you can certainly spend more and get that. But it's easy to argue you will be getting less than the functionality obviously offered here by the Ironbee product. Any questions or comments as my ZV-1 goes a little bit insane, please feel free to post them. Hit that like button, and as usual, please feel free to subscribe, and please stay safe. Later.